receiving the David Bitker Unsung Hero Award for BBYO. It is not something that I ever expected to receive. I knew David Bitker through my exposure to him on the national board, and I admired him in the short time that I knew him. The Unsung Hero Award represents the foundation of what makes BBYO work. Many adults spend countless hours to keep the program vital. I learned a long time ago that BBYO is truly a partnership between adults and youth. At the age of 53, I can honestly say that BBYO has shaped my life. Little did I know that when my brother Paul took me to my first AZA project in 1970, I was embarking on a life journey, not just a 4-year experience. BBYO taught me many things that amplified the good lessons that I was learning at home and at school, just in a different way, because my peers were my teachers. The lessons about responsibility, leadership, winning and losing, community service, and heritage were instrumental in my evolution as a business person, husband and father, and adult member of the Jewish community. I realized this early on in my adult life, and that is why I intended, when I moved back to Tulsa in 1981, to give back to the organization that gave me so much. As Judy said, I was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer during my BBYO years. BBYO was the place that encouraged me, protected me, and inspired me, and where my friends kept me afloat. BBYO has provided friends for a lifetime, not only from Tulsa, but from around the country. As an example, I attended a district leadership training conference in Shreveport, Louisiana, as staff in 1974 for only 2 weeks. And there I met fellow staff member Olive Bobby Austin from Dallas, a lifelong friend who intended to be here this evening, but the ice has kept him away. I have had so many rich experiences over the years, more than I could ever tally. Through my eyes as an adult staff, I have marveled at the transformation of the young and naive that enter their organization to the finished product that emerges when they take their life membership. It's an awesome transformation, and one that gives the staff and volunteer untold amounts of satisfaction and a sense of accomplishment. You cannot put a value on the fact that you are helping to change the Jewish world to come through molding these young Jewish leaders. Whether it is watching Ted Hyman and Jay Canner volunteer to help small cities of their region, or whether it is watching Julia Chasen, Caitlin Cash, and Jody Feiner rise up and become the CEO of their chapter, or whether it is watching Judith Feiner become Texoma Regional CEO in the 1970s, or watching Rebecca Ungerman whip kids into a Shabbat frenzy through singing and dancing, or watching AJ Feiner, who believed real men should not cry as he recalled his international Kala experience, and weep as he stood in front of thousands of pounds of human ash at Majdanek concentration camp in Poland. And ultimately, watching my daughter Dina achieve the office of International Nasiya, and watching how she not only influenced people with what she could do, but influenced them even more by what she could not do. True life lessons. My goal at this point in my never-ending career as a BBYO advisor and staff person is to influence those who will follow me. Because I was one of the many recipients of a Tulsa couple who gave of themselves in terms of their time and their resources to help make our lives better. I speak of Marge and Herschel Rubin, of blessed memory. They were the foundation of so many BBYO lives in Tulsa for a quarter of a century, and they did it not for themselves, but for us. And therefore, I am compelled to do it for you, and hopefully, some of you will be willing to do it for those who are yet to come. In this way, we not only keep the organization strong and vital, but we help ensure the survival of the Jewish people. So thank you very much for this honor. I appreciate it, and I hope that I'm worthy of it in the memory of David Bitker. My parents, Joe and Estelle, taught me to try and make a difference as a human being and a Jew. For that inspiration, I thank them. I want to thank my family, especially my wife Jan and my youngest daughter Zoe, for allowing family time to become BBYO time. I want to thank the many volunteers in Tulsa and in every place who give so much of themselves to BBYO. And I want to thank the many professionals, especially Matt Grossman and Sherry Stallero, for their unwavering and passionate belief in our youth. And finally, I want to thank Lynn and Stacy Schusterman, who in a very big way see what I see. As I depart from this convention tomorrow morning, I will go back and continue my work at BBYO, because as I see all of you here, I am confident that the time I'm spending in BBYO is well worth it. The dream goes on, and the Jewish people live. Good evening.